Video, I'll be showing you how to take a trade, how to put your TP, what to see that that will make serve as a confluence to take a trade, and etc. So now this is just like this is if I may ask, what is this? What is this pattern here? This pattern here, what is it? I hope you know it. Now this is a bullish flag, right? This is a bullish flag. Now I told you a bullish flag always goes down, right? But the market is not your father, right? The market is not your father. If the market was your father, then you can be able to say it cannot do anything worse. But here you are, this is the market. And of course, now, yeah, for you to be a good trader, you must be able to know patterns and when there's a manipulation in the market, right? So now look at this closely. If you see here, the price touched here. Okay, let's start from here. It touched here, it went up to touch here, it ranged down and touched here again, right? It went up. Now if you are among our signal group, you find out that we placed a sell here, right? We placed a sell here. As you can see here, this is a pennant, this is a bullish pennant. So when we saw this pennant like this, right, we took a buy here. This is odd chef, right? Australian dollar versus Swiss franc. So you can see here, price touched here, touched, then it broke. Now one confirmation that I want you to know in trading is that once price touched the first one, second one, third one, and price broke the trend line, just know it, that price is going to come, that price is going to opposite direction. I say it again, when price have touched trend line first time, second time, right, the third one we touch it and broke it, just know that price is going the opposite, right? Even if I said a pennant buys, a bullish pennant sells and a bearish pennant buys, but then once you see a confirmation like this, once price broke a trend line a third time, right? Once price broke a trend line a third time, just know that the price is going to go the opposite direction. Now let me show you something. Let me show you another thing. Okay, but before I show you that thing, now let's use this pennant as an instance right now, right? So price broke trend line, right? It came down, and then how do you measure your first TP, right? How do you measure your first TP? Now you measure your first TP from here to here. Like I told you earlier, your first TP will be measured from the base of the trend line to the bottom of the trend line. So you measure your first TP, right? You put it from here, and as you can see here, this was where the price came up. It broke our first TP and then it's reversing, right? If you look at it here, price must break the trend line the third time, sweep it, then just know it's going back to the opposite direction. So if you want to take a trade, you take a trade from after the break, or you take a trade from the break, the second candle, the second candle after close, right? When you see a close of candle after there's a break of trend line, the second candle that closes, you take a trade. What do I mean? Now if this is the second candle after the breakout, right? Now you can take your trade from here once you've seen the price broke the trend line, right? So as you can see here, it came down. You can as well take it from here also, right? So I believe you understand it. As you can see here, price touched here, price touched here, it went back again, but because it has broken this trend line, you have to respect it, right? So now that is how to take a trade. Now let's still look at it from this same pair. So you can see, like I was saying before, so you can see price went touch here, went up, came down here, went up, touched the trend line, and it came and broke. It broke. If you look at here, I told you to take your TP from here because I saw a reversal pattern, right? So price broke it. On breaking it, price did not break the last low. If you look at it here, price did not break this last low, so price is going to go up. So how do you measure your first TP? Now if you watch me closely, I don't talk about second TP because second TP is very dangerous, right? So you measure your TP from the top of the trend line to the bottom, the middle. So you measure it and then you put it here. Definitely price will come, and price must come here, price must come there, definitely, right? It might be manipulative, like it might be manipulative and come down here a little bit, come and touch this trend line, then launch back up again, right? So but price must definitely get to this point here. So that is how to measure your first TP. I don't talk about second TP because second TP is dangerous. I don't want you to lose your account, so that is why. So now if you also look at here also, I drew a trend line here, here, then I drew a trend line here, right? Now price broke the trend line, then came down. You see the market, once you figure out a pattern in a market, you can kill the market, you can do it whatever you want to do, right? So this is how to take a trade, right, and set your TP, right? But I always advise apply proper risk management, because you know price is going here doesn't mean you should place full margin. If you place full margin here, you're going to blow. Make sure you place apply proper risk management. If you can place or just one position or two position depending on your account size, so that when price comes down here, it will not take you out of the market, because price will touch this trend line and then come back here, bounce on this trend line also, and then go back up again. Now see what I mean? Price will come here, right, and then bounce down, and then bounce to this trend line again, right, and then launch back up again to go and touch this. So that is what price will do, right? So take note of that. So now, how do you know a fake breakout? How do you know a fake breakout? Because the market always shows you fake breakout. How do you know a fake breakout? Or you'll be hearing fake breakouts. Now, fake breakouts. This is a fake breakout. You see this thing here? This is a fake breakout. Price broke out from the trend line. Price broke out from the trend line. So you can see it broke out of the trend line, and then it went inside the trend line. Now, what makes fake breakout can also be bullish or bearish. Now, price might go like this, right? Price might go like this, and then come back inside here. Now, once you see price break inside this trend line, once you see price broke out, see price broke out of the trend line like this, right? Broke out of the trend line like this, and then comes inside the trend line. Just know that is a fake breakout. Once price break out of the trend line and then comes back inside the trend line, just know it's a fake breakout. And once price breaks inside the trend line, it's coming to touch this other trend line here, depending whether the price is bullish or bearish, right? I hope you understand it. I hope we are clear. Once price breaks outside and then breaks inside the trend line, just know it's a fake breakout. Don't place a buy yet, right? Now price must come and touch this trend line, this other down trend line. But on this trade now, I'm not sure. It's not going to do a fake breakout. It's just going to break and then retraces and goes back up again. So that is how to place to take your positions. Make sure you draw your trend line on every chart you want to take trade on. Don't miss to draw your trend line. It is very important. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. So that is how to draw your trend line. All right, look at I'm even on a trade jump 100. So yep, so that is that. So yeah, see you.